So what we're doing now is doing the pattern for contouring the sidebars. If you think about the way the leg works, the medial malleolus is anterior to the lateral, so we have to contour the medial sidebar anteriorly. So to do this, the first thing we do is to take the finished sidebar, which we've cut so that this part is the measurement from the ankle to the proximal aspect of the calf band, plus 1 centimeter. And the reason we want a little extra in there is because when we put the contour in it, it's going to reduce the overall length. So the first thing we do is to outline this. We also want to get an outline of the joint axis, and we're going to bisect that. Refer to the orthometry form, and we have the measured distance from the medial and lateral malleoli, 7.5 medially and 4.8 laterally. The difference is 2.3, and that's 2.3 centimeters, and then you add 3 millimeters to that, giving 2.6. The standard directions for this are that if it's over 2.5, you put a corresponding reciprocal bend posteriorly in the lateral bar. However, I am not going to do that for 1 millimeter. So we're going to have an offset then of 2.6 centimeters, or 26 millimeters. So we have a measurement here, or outline there. Take the ruler and measure 26 and 26. And this will give us a line. We want to be very careful, make sure that it maintains its position parallel to the other line, like so. So we go back and finish finding the center point of the joint axis, and using the square again, making sure that everything's aligned. 2.6. That now becomes.
Hello! How are ya?
I thought I heard you here early.
I was. I was.
Hope I told her the right time.
You did.
Next center point. And we outline again. We have the schema that we made for the medial offset of the joint to accommodate for the external rotation of the ankle joint mortise. So if you look at this, you'll see that the more distal part is going to align with this outline, while the more proximal part will align with this one. So we'll want to make a contour at about this point in this direction to begin with. It goes into the lateral contouring fixture, and we make a contour. It's very important to keep this parallel to this surface, because if you don't, you'll build a twist into it. And you can see this starting to move, and you'll see it give just a little. Now that will allow us to get a contour now. You can see where it crosses this line. We want to make the reciprocal contour right here. Again, keep it nice and square. So ultimately what you want to wind up with is this line and this line being parallel to each other. Let's see what we have here. It's off by about a degree. So I'm going to take just a little bit of this out. Seems like it needs just a wee bit of tweaking. As you can probably tell, I'm doing this in just extremely small amounts. Here we got it. So here we have the ankle joint, the sidebar, and here is where we made the first contour. You can see the angulation changes, and then when it crosses this line is where we made the second one, and you can see that it is parallel now to this line. And that's exactly what we want, and because of our schema, this is offset the exact amount of the difference between the anterior position of the malleoli plus 3 millimeters. So this is where it's crossing my outline. So my first contour is going to be there. Contour in small increments, because you can always add a little bit, but it's very difficult to take out. So now it's moved slightly. When I was teaching intro and we were doing contour, I would give the students a piece of metal and have them contour it. And then their next assignment was to make it straight again. We've got just a little bit of curve here. And as we get close to where the band is, you have to remember that this part has to be straight, so there can't be any curve in that. So about here. Not quite enough.
So I'm looking at this again, and what I'm seeing is I need a little more here and a little more there. Just notice how much I'm contouring. I'm holding it a ways away from where I want the contour to be because I want it to be a smooth curve. And when I pull on it, you can see the spring in it. You want it to go to the point of the spring and then just a little bit more. That's what puts the contour in it. A little more still. That was a little much. That's about got it. So contour in here. And this is going to be a tight curve, so I'm going to use the contouring instrument for it. But I'm still just going to do very small amounts. And I'm going to spread it out over a little bit of an area there. Now, a little bit more. Maybe a degree.